Hey guys, it's me, Sonia, and we are back talking about focus. We are going to talk about 3 ways to regain focus in our lives when life throws us a curveball, okay? So listen, y'all, life can throw us some curveballs, okay? We can have the greatest intentions. We got our goals. We set them up. We put things together. We are ready for this new year. And then something happens. You hurt your knee when you're trying to start running, or I don't even know, like you lose your job, like something crazy happens. How in the world can we regain focus when all things go crazy? Okay, I'm going to give you 3 things that you can do to help you regain that focus. All right, let's get right into it. Number 1, assess your goals. Take some time to assess your goals again. Look at them and see if they actually make sense for the life that you're living right now. I talk about in previous videos the smarter goals. I talk about that in one of my previous videos. I'll link it somewhere around here. But I talk about how when you are creating your goals, you should be looking to make sure that they are relevant for your life. That's the last letter in the acronym. So they should be specific, S, measurable. They should be actionable. You should be able to do them. They should be a little bit risky, just a little bit, scare you a little bit. They should be time bound. They should be exciting. Like you should actually be excited to see them happen. And then finally, they have to be relevant, right? They have to actually make sense of in the whole scope of your life. And sometimes when we build those goals, they seem really relevant at the time, but then something happens and we have to reassess. That's why I always talk about how it's important that you are constantly assessing your goals and assessing where you are, where you're looking at it daily, you're looking at it weekly, monthly, you're looking at it quarterly to see if it is still something that makes sense for you in this season, right? Sometimes when life throws us a curveball, it might actually be time for us to let that goal go, or maybe to extend the timeline. But if we're not taking the time to assess our goals, we're going to miss out on that change that needs to happen. We have to make sure that we assess our goals. The next thing that we got to do is assess our routines. That's for the same reason I talked about with our goals. Sometimes we build routines that make sense for the life that we had at this moment in time. But now in this new moment of time, it does not work. And it's okay that it doesn't work. What's not okay is that we continue to do something that does not work. So really take a moment to look at the routines that you put together for yourself, or the lack of routines that you put together, right? Because like I always talk about, you're living by routine. It just may not be a routine that actually is transforming your life and getting you closer to the desires of your heart. So look at your routines and see if they are routines that are going to help you in this new season of your life, okay? Because honestly, life happens. Life happens. And intentional living is not putting things down in stone and running with it. No, it's actually being intentional with the moments that you live and building a life that's going to help you get there. Okay. So really take a moment to look at your routines in life and see if they're making sense for what you say is important to you. Okay. Now, this is so important that you do this, really looking at your life and looking at how things are set up. And I actually created something called a life lesson, a life audit lesson that can help you learn how to close the gap between what's happening in your life and what you say you want to happen in your life. So if you're interested in building out your life and figuring out, does my life actually line up with what I say is important to me? Go ahead and take that life audit lesson. All right. It's in the link below. But anyway, let's get back to these 3 things. So assess your goals, assess your routines, and then finally assess your environment. How is your environment, the people that you're surrounded by, the place that you're living in? Is that environment conducive to you growing and staying focused? Is this going to help you get to the next step in your life? Is this going to help you get to the next place in your life? Or is your environment hindering you from getting where you want to go? All right. So those are the three things. This is a quick one today, right? I'm not going to waste your time with a lot of words if I don't need to, right? Sometimes I can be chatty, but not today. All right. So we broke down 3 areas in which you need to, in which you can use to regain focus in your life when life goes crazy. Assess your goals, assess your routines, and assess your environment. Now, if you want a little bit more on the importance of your environment, then check out my video on the 1 key thing that is destroying your focus and how learning to change your environment can help you build the mindset that you need to focus in on the right things. Okay, check that video out. It's gonna be in the at the end of this video linked, so make sure that you check it out. Now, if this is something that helped you, check out my videos. Subscribe so I can help you learn how to acknowledge your dreams, live out your values, execute your dreams and your goals, and begin to live a life that is built on winning practices. Okay, let's get into it. Have an awesome day, y'all, wherever y'all are.